Hi, my name is Simona Cipriani. I'm here at the Art of Control, and today we're going to work on the Cadillac for an exercise that I really love to do to introduce some aerial position. So if you have a client that has some difficulties lifting the pelvis up or a little heavy on the upper thigh and pelvis area, and it's really hard to have her do anything with your hips and legs up in the air, this will be one of the best exercises you can do to really teach how to really lift the pelvis up. Also very safe for neck issues. So if she is something's going on with the neck, this is also very safe to do, very therapeutic as well for the spine. So I'm going to have Catherine to start with the push through bar down in the vertical position. So make sure it's vertically by the vertical lines. And she's going to be somewhere between the toes and the arches of the foot. Some people like it more on the toes. Some people like it more on the arch. Just make sure they don't get cramps and they're trying to hold onto the bar. So relax the feet. And she's going to slowly lower herself onto the mat. Arms by your side. Good. Make sure that she's in the middle of the equipment as usual, and extend your knees a little further. So when knees are totally extended, again, this is the perfect position for the bar to start. Okay. Now what I like to do is give it a little rock back and forth a little bit at the beginning. So I'm holding with my hand one of the big toe on one side plus the bar. So with my hands I hold both. Okay, so I place my hand there, and I also give her a little rock. So my palm is in the abdominal area, and I'm just going to rock back and forth. I want to start with the rocking because it's a good centering for the client, but also to see that every joint is loose and available, and it's nothing that it's stuck. Okay, so sometimes the knees might be too hyperextended, so they might touch the mat here. Yeah, exactly. Or there's too locked in. So if they're locked in, then there's no movement, there's no rocking. And that's why it's really perfect exercise to just see and check it out. And also it's great for the neck. Remember we talked about the neck a little bit. So the neck, just the movement of the rocking of the neck, it's actually already a great exercise. Okay, so we're going to start with a little rocking. Then you're going to bend your knees into your chest, and to start the exercise here, make sure the knees are always parallel. And then once the bar goes up, the feet are going to press against the bar. So you're, whether or not you're in the arches or maybe even on the toes, some people like it a little lower, I want you to really make sure that you push the bar with your feet. So now she's engaging the back of the legs, and she's going to rise all the way up. And then I always keep my hand here just in case the feet slide away. And then she's articulating the spine one bone at a time. So she's really going through the motion of each bone. And I just emphasize that with my fingers so they can really feel that nice sequential movement. Bend your knees into your chest, press with the bar. So now she's working the back of your legs again, right? So she's really working the bar with the feet to go through. And again, my hand is there holding the big toe and the bar, and I give her another little rock. And then she's going to do this a few times, and that would be maybe it for that one time. And this will be a progression. So if she knows the exercise well and she wants to do a little more, using the pelvis muscle more, I want to make sure she's really focusing on keeping the line in line. So in other words, the pelvis stabilizing and the shoulder stabilizing through the arms, so the arms stabilizing the upper body. Now she's going to kick the one leg up to the ceiling and kick it up. And then on the way back, she's going to reach to the ceiling to come back lightly onto the bar. So kick the other leg, alternating the leg. So you could do right, left, right, and then go back down and roll through the spine again, bone by bone. So it's a nice articulation. But again, she's now learning also how to lift the pelvis up off the floor. Also, she's in control of the bar with the toes, so that's a really good one for feet. Just again, if she's a little stiff on the feet, she might get a little bit too much cramping, so don't overdo it. And again, lift up. This time she's going to start with the left side. So keeping the pelvis stable, kick the left and come up tall. Kick the right and come up high. One more time. Kick the left and come up. Good. See, she's doing a good job lifting the pelvis up and rolling through the spine. And bend your knees into your chest. And now for the client that has that kind of like stiff feet and they might get cramps, you might not want to go into your kicking. Instead, once you do just the going up and down with the pelvis, you want to have her just do a little bit of footwork instead. So what I want you to do is go down a little bit more on your toes and feel a little more in control with your toes. Bend one knee at a time. And then just kind of lower the heels down and then just go a little bit like this. Yeah, lower the heel, that's it. Relax your knees a little, don't get into hyperextension. There you go. So there's a little motion on the feet more, so that for that particular client, then we work and we focus more on the feet. And because if there is not control of the feet, then it's going to really be hard to really get in control of the pelvis and then get it into your aerial positions. Okay, I hope that was helpful. Great. So now to dismount and to bring your feet down onto the bar, you're going to have the client take your knees into the chest, and as a teacher you're going to keep your hand onto the bar. So bend one knee into the chest at a time. Good. You can let go of the bar. Got it. Give yourself a little hug. And then you're going to bring the bar back up, and this will be the original placement of the exercise that you're going to do when you push the bar down and through. And then she's going to bring the feet back up there. So this is how you're starting, and this is how you're going to dismount. Bring it all the way up for the shoulder roll down, and I hope that this will be very helpful for your clients and making sure that they really know how to lift the powerhouse up.